Good morning, my dear students. Welcome again. Today we are going to start our new and last unit, Unit 11. So let's start together. Sports reports. So this unit includes a sports report taken from a newspaper. So let's see, what do we mean by sports report? A report of a match. So it is a description of what happened, of the actions that happened during the match, and an analysis of why it happened. And he's gonna tell us why did that happen in the match, and the way one team prevented the other from scoring to give a better understanding about the game for the reader. So he's gonna tell us about the actions that happened in the match, what happened and why did that happen. And when we read a sports report, we can get a better understanding of how they played such a game. Why do people read sports reports? ليش الناس بتقرأ highly sport reports? So, for two reasons. To find out what happened in a match or a game, and number two, and it is the most important thing, to know the result of a game. So, the most important of any sport coverage is the final result, to tell us who won the game. Newspaper sports report. So here you can see a picture of a sport report. It is taken from a newspaper, Chelsea to 5 City 4 Stones. So here is a picture taken from the match or the game, and he's gonna tell us about some of the actions that happened there. The journalist who reports on sports is called a sports writer or correspondent. So the journalist who reports the sport, we call him sports writer or correspondent. Correspondent, it means مراسل. In our lesson, it is Andy Bridges. It is a person, he's called Andy Bridges. What are the elements of sports writing? So when we write about a sport or when we write sports reports, what are the elements or the things that our report had to include? The first thing, it is the highlights of the game, the most important events or actions that happened in the game. 2, the names of the involved teams. Of course, it does not make sense not to mention the names of the teams that are playing in this sport. 3, the type of sport. Is it football, basketball? What is it? 4, the score or the final outcome. The score, what happened at the end? Who won? And when and where the game was played. The place and the time of this game. The events are usually written in the order that they happened. And in sports reports, the events are written in the correct order they happened in the real time. And don't forget that most newspaper reports use the past tense. So in sport reports or in telling what happened in a sport, we always use the past tense because we are telling about things that happened and finished in the past. They started and they are done. They are completely